Okay, I'm sure everybody has wondered where the heck I've been and why I haven't made any videos for several months now. It's December 15th. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone out there. Basically, I was very busy and then I got sick. And I finally got rid of the stinking virus that I had for most of the month of November that was just hanging on. It was just hanging on and hanging on and hanging on. So what the heck's been going on? Well, there's been a lot of new customers in here. Thank you to all my Facebook friends, some of which have turned into new customers. They've been coming out into the shop. They've been providing a lot of new work in here. I think some of you guys may know that I picked up a new job in Waterbury. Was a good sized job, and we're going to be continuing with that as the months go forward. There's a lot more to do. But basically, excuse me, basically today I want to talk about, for all the new friends that have come onto the page, what this place is all about, because they need a refresher. Litchfield County Computer is a computer repair and IT consulting facility that's located in Woodbury, Connecticut. Basically, if it involves a computer, I do it. The only thing that I won't do is website design. I did that in the past life, and things did not really work out very well over the long term, so I got out of that aspect of the business. The big things for newbies to know about me is, number one, I have the highest quality of service of anyone that I've seen around here. I don't let a computer leave here until it's running the way I want to see it run, until it's been fixed and the customer is satisfied with the way the machine is working. The second thing to know is that I have some of the lowest prices in the area. $50 per hour for in-shop work and $65 per hour for in-field work. And for you business owners that may be lurking out there, I don't use service contracts. I will not hold you to a service contract and keep you stuck to a service contract. There is no obligation to use my services. You can even try me out on a problem before you decide to use me for your business. Go right ahead. I'm game. The fourth thing I'd like to talk about really quick, for those of you that are new to the Facebook page or the YouTube, is the two biggest problems that I see in the shop. And those are viruses, malware. Viruses and malware are the same thing. They're just two different terms for the same thing. I like to use malware because that also will encompass adware and spyware, as well as the viruses, the worms, and the Trojans. The second problem that I see a lot is problems that are caused by the lack of sufficient backups of your computer. I have literally had people come in here in tears because a hard drive died, and hard drives do fail. Believe me, if it has the word drive in it, excuse me again, it is going to fail no matter what. I don't care if it's a hard drive, if it's a flash drive. The drives that are the least failure prone are CDs and DVDs, but even they, if they're mishandled or abused, they can get scratched and then they can fail. Backups are what saves you from a disaster. And as I've said before, I've had people come in here in tears because their hard drives died and they had no backups of their system and they lost everything they had. Now, if you're in this unfortunate position, I still might be able to get out of it. And the way that we actually do that when things get extreme is that I work with a company called Drive Savers out in California. They've been in business since 1985, and all they deal with is the recovery of data from hard drives that, quite frankly, are in a mess. They can recover from accidental deletion, accidental format, fire, flood, hurricane, tornado. I believe they actually recovered data off a hard drive that was involved in the Space Shuttle Columbia disaster. They can pretty much recover data off of probably 95% of hard drives that they run across. They are very good at what they do. The bad side or the downside to using Drive Savers is that they are extremely expensive. My recoveries lately with them have been wandering between the $2,200 and the $2,400 range. Yeah, that is no joke. Backups are what will save you from having to have me call Drive Savers or you calling Drive Savers yourself. I treat Drive Savers like I treat 911. You don't want to have to call 911 unless you absolutely have to and have no other choice. I also had a guy come in here and he went to do an upgrade to Windows 10. And the window... excuse me again. The Windows 10 upgrade did not go quite so well, and it destroyed his hard drive. He had backups, but they were not adequate backups. Because they were not adequate backups, he took a very long time to restore his machine to the condition that it was before this happened, and his backup system actually nearly failed on him. I had to get him out of a jam because the backups were not 100% adequate for what he was doing. So that's my advice to anybody and everybody that's out there that hasn't seen anything of what I do yet. Viruses and lack of backups are the biggest problems that I see in here. You take care of those two problems, and if anybody needs virus help, please feel free to message me or call me, and we will get your machine cleaned up, and I will give you all the advice and hints and tips and tell you the realities of dealing with malware in the modern internet age to help keep that machine clean. As clean as I can possibly keep it clean for you. There's no such thing as 100% clean, but I can probably keep you 90 to 95% clean if you follow the advice that I give you. And then if you're not so sure about your backups or you're not backing up at all, again, contact me. We'll get that situation rectified before a disaster happens. The time to do that is before something goes wrong, not after. I think that's it for today. Again, Merry Christmas. I will try to do a video next week, hopefully showing a little more of what's going on. Very quickly, before I wrap up, I'll discuss this machine over here in the corner. It's a brand new machine that was brought to me by a client. He's requested security software set up on it so he can bring it back home and put it to use. It's a fairly nice machine. It looks to be a custom build, albeit an older custom build. It's not one of my custom builds, but it appears to run really nice from what I've seen so far, so it should be a good machine for him. And I think that'll just about wrap it up for this video. I will hopefully see everyone next week, talk to everyone soon, and Merry Christmas. If I don't do a video before then, see everyone next week. Bye-bye.